welcome once again to another episode of Dry Dock Sports Therapy with FH Jr. It is hot outside, and that is why I am not out there. Hey, a little bit about the show. This is a caller driven show where callers will have 2 minutes to call 940-329-4110, and you can rip, rant, kick knowledge about all things NFL. That's how we run the regular show. But in Dry Dock, there is no specific subject that you can talk about. Although we do not talk politics, I don't give a fat rat butt what the Republicans are doing, nor do I care what the Democrats are doing. But thank you, Joe Biden, for your service. Other than that, we don't talk politics. Also, we don't talk sexual orientation or race relations. Anything other than that, we rock and we roll. As you can see, I am not sporting the standard uniform. I'm rocking I'm rocking something new. One of my variety of hats that I have. This is a just a little just getting a little shout out to the old Washington football team. I'm rocking one of my Washington football team hats, man, and just a part of my collector's item that I have, which is cool. Yeah, but this is Dry Dock, and we're just kicking it until the real season starts. So we're just gonna be just hitting it here, there, talking a little bit about what's going on in the life of the NFL. Teams should be reporting to training camp with all that good stuff. And also, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Hard Knocks, because that's the show I've been following. As I was saying, I was talking to my guest last week. I said, "Look, guys, I pay for all the apps, so this is the time I get to binge watch. I get to binge watch my TV program. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm rocking hard. Um, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm just rocking, getting caught up on all the shows that I have been missing. So yes, 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 yes. Rocking all the shows that I have been missing. Hard Knocks. And keep in mind, if you want to call, the number is 940-329-4110. 940-329-4110. So let's kick this show off. Let's see what we got here. Now, I've got my what I call it, my shopping list. I've got a list. And I been kind of following the NFL. Been keeping up on the news a little bit. Now, here's my roll call for training camp. If you're a Cardinal, if you're a rookie and you're a Cardinal, your butt, well, you know what? Cardinals don't have to report until the 23rd, which is going to be next Tuesday. Now, with that, this is where we let all rookies and veterans show up at the same time. I don't know why. I haven't played at that level, so I don't know why rookies get to show up. Well, rookies have to show up early, then veterans get to kind of do their thing. It may just be a little, just throwing a little bit out, a little bone to the veterans, just to let them know, okay, we appreciate you. You don't have to come in like all the rookies. So, Falcons. Now with the Falcons, they got everybody coming in same time, July the 24th. Now it's been some years since I played football. Years. When I say years, I don't think I could go out in this weather and play. I know these guys get paid a whole lot of money to go out and rock and roll and do their thing. But man, I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know, man. I know there are a lot of the teams practice inside. Then you get some of those coaches that think they're old school coaches. So hey, we gotta be like a junction boys. We gotta practice in the elements, man. That's how we gotta do it. But it is what it is. Sports therapy. Sports therapy. All right, let me Supposed to help you.
FH Jr., how's it going, man?
Hey, what's
It's the
up,
Ravens
man?
extraordinaire,
All
Brandon
right.
Cooper. Hey, man,
I got,
love it, living life, brother, living life, man. What's up?
hey, it's all good, brother. Now, if you're living life, which I hope you are, but my man, do not go out in this weather, bro. do not, do
Damn.
not, do not, bro. Whatever you got to do it on the inside, my man. Do it on the inside.
Yeah, man, I had a meeting downtown earlier today, man, and it cleared up right when I got down there. But then when I got out, man, look,
Hey, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not going out in this weather unless I have to, unless it's mandated. Unless it's mandated, brother Brandon, I am not going out. So now let's talk.
yes, sir.
Let's talk football.
Okay.
I was telling my listeners that training camp has begun, and I was like, man, I don't know if I could. Yeah, I know most of the facilities. I know they practice indoors. Then you get some of these coaches that think they're old school, so they want to go out in this 100-degree weather and just hell, they ain't doing anything, but they want the players out to get, I guess, conditioned to the weather. So I was
Hmm.
I was reading out which team should be reporting. I know the Cardinals. Cardinals. Now some allow the rookies to come early, then some allow the veterans to maybe come maybe a day or two late. Then you got some teams everybody report at the same time. But let's look at when your Ravens. Now the rookies should be in camp. The Ravens rookies should have been in camp on the 13th, and the veterans. Well, right now everybody from your team, everybody should be in camp.
Yes, sir.
So why your boy? Why your boy? Why your boy left? Had to go home?
Don't do this.
Huh?
Man, he was sick, man. He got sent home with the illness, man. Don't do that, bro.
What do
It
we?
happens to all of us, man.
What we got? Heat or was it just illness? Illness.
Well, I'm gonna say this: the Baltimore area is probably not that hot, even at its peak. But it said he had an illness that they didn't specify.
Right.
So he might have been just real sick, and they didn't want him to spread anything. But anything can happen. But the main thing is it wasn't an injury, and that's the main thing that I was making sure.
You know what I wanted? What I thought about? I heard some news and I said, man, I gotta share this with B Dog when it, next time we talk. Your favorite quarterback and Troy Aikman. I don't know. Did they are they gonna settle this? But I know, and I'm hoping they do before legal people get involved. And I don't know. You may not know what I'm talking about. You know,
Oh yeah,
they both were the number 8.
I
Now,
mean it's a legal battle because of the trademark for number 8.
yes, but I think your boy beat Troy to the number 8 because I think he got some things already trademarked. So in a sense, I think
Yeah,
Troy is infringing upon my man's property.
he is because Lamar he first got on his number 8 apparel and then
Yes.
his foundation and everything. So Lamar was going, but I know Troy Aikman just released that new light beer
Yep.
that's like number 8.
Yep.
And so that was the whole thing. But the thing is, Lamar Jackson beat him to the punch.
He beat him to the punch. He did. He did. So I think Troy was saying, "Hey, look, let's get together and let's get together and drink a beer and figure out this way out." Nah, we ain't got to figure this out unless you're gonna give me a part of of your business. You know, maybe that's what they got. Because my thing of it is, hey, brother, it's always enough money to be made for everybody if people can put their heads together. Hey, I own it. Hey, you can be number 8, but you know what? Got to break me off a little piece and we good.
Yeah, and I mean, let's not sit here and act like Troy Aikman didn't have a long time to do this. Like he could have been trademark number 8 a long time ago. Because it says the article says Jackson, who owns or has applied for several trademarks using the number in various phrases, said that Aikman's attempt to use 8 on apparel bags would be likely to cause confusion and or mistake to deceive. The purchasing public has to whether they're buying the products from Aikman or Jackson enough, Jackson's attorney said on the July 9th filings. So, this is going to be very interesting because my thing about Troy Aikman is, man, you had a long time to trademark number 8 and use number 8. So, nah, I can't folk. This is strictly business.
Hey, bro, like I said, man, it is all business, man. But you know, the thing of it is, nobody can trademark the number 8. But when you put it in terms of, spell it out or do something different with it, then and that's where Jackson did, man. He just basically he got creative, got him a nice slogan out there, and anything else is his. And he beat Troy to the punch. So probably every time someone pop open a can of that Troy's number 8 beer.
Look, my thing about Troy was that's terrible advice from your legal counsel, bro. Like, you should have done your research before you even tried to create this company.
Right. Right. Oh, I agree, bro. I agree with you. But my thing of it is, hey, as I was saying, first mouse gets through the trap gets the cheese. Every other mouse get killed. So he was the first one to trademark the name, and Troy gotta render to Caesar all that which is his. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You gonna have to render to Caesar. I got no problem with that, bro. None at all. Now this what gets me, man. And I take all this stuff. Um, I take all this stuff in. For example, you know how I feel about preseason. Preseason is preseason, but there are some talking heads out there, bro. They get paid to do this. They get paid to look at all the facts and make their predictions and all this good stuff. So I'm talking about the power ranking before the NFL season start. How the heck who does this, brother? I have no idea. But here's the power ranking, man. Let's see if you agree with this. At number 32, they got the Panthers. Now, when we think about the Panthers, boy was this will be his second year as quarterback. I truly believe, now this is me, and I don't wish anything bad on the young brother. I just don't think he's big enough to be an NFL quarterback. Now, doesn't mean when I say that, you can be short but thick. Like the quarterback for the Eagles or Tyler. But if you only weighing 175, 80 pounds soaking wet and you like 5'9", bruh, I just don't see it. And you don't have the just a big powerful arm. I just don't see it, bro. And now, am I missing something here?
You didn't miss anything, man. And like we said, Carolina Panthers, the organization was already going down when they made that trade deal that essentially rebuilt the Chicago Bears.
Yes.
They drafted Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young could be a good player. However, he's in a predicament where he has to carry the load. He doesn't have any help. They drafted Xavier Legette. They drafted that tight end out of Texas and the running back out of Texas. Going to provide a lot of help. I hope they rebolster the offensive line. But you traded your best player, Brian Burns, to the Giants. It's just going to be a minute with the Carolina Panthers. I don't know what direction you're planning on going in, but you're pretty much probably going to be the worst team again.
I think they're going to be the worst team again, and I'm thinking somewhere along this season they're going to have buyer's remorse, and they're just going to let my man just go out there, wing it by himself till he get hurt, and then like, okay, we get another quarterback. I just don't think Bryce is big enough to take the NFL pound. Now, I think if you take him and you put him on the 49ers, put him on the 49ers team with a team that's loaded everywhere, he'll be successful. He could be successful because you're not going to ask a lot of him. He's not going to be getting hit. He's not going to be doing – you just basically going to have him to be just drive the bus. But I don't think his size is I think his size limits him the ability to carry a team. And that's just my opinion, brother. But that's
Yeah,
what.
it's different when the Panthers drafted Cam Newton. You know
Yes,
what I mean? Cam Newton's a bigger guy. You can carry the team. Somebody like Bryce Young, I mean, it's just not. That's just not. This is just not gonna happen.
so
So
whose head do you lop off if you're the owner? Do you lop off the scouts? Do you say scouts? What
no,
the
I mean, at the end of the day, the owner and the GM, man, that's on y'all, bro.
Yeah. Well,
Don't sit
The GM, yeah, he definitely got to get his hands cut off. It's like, dude, what?
like dude, don't sit here and tell me y'all didn't look at the whole trade and y'all was gonna be out of a first round pick 2 straight years after this. And you don't have the type of team to build around where you can just go all in on one player. You know, it is nothing against Bryce Young,
No,
but you could have there was no need for you to trade away DJ Moore and make that trade.
I still think that, and I hope I'm wrong. I just hope, I just think that when it's all said and done, Bryce Young is going to be a backup in the league, uh, similar to who's a kid that was backup for the Redskins for a minute. He's a journeyman. Played for Texas. He reminds me. Played for the Longhorns. He wasn't a big guy. He's always getting hurt because he's not a big guy. Um, but that's what I think his NBA, I mean his NFL career gonna be, and I might be wrong, but I just don't. I just know that he's only like 5'9", 5'10", and he's like 175, 80 pounds soaking wet. And he doesn't have a big lower body, so it's not like he can take the pounding and just I don't know, man. But what about the Patriots, man? They got the Patriots coming in at 31. Now, what is like gonna be like without my man?
So the thing is, I do trust Gerard Mayo
I do
and
too.
especially his decision. I think he's going to be a great addition. They're most likely going to go defense first. I mean, on the defense, you got Christian Gonzalez, their linebacker, Bentley, I believe, really good player. They still got Judon, so you're comparable. You can compete offensively. You really have no weapons. Your best offensive player is your running back, Ramondre Stevenson. So they're going to start Jacoby Brissett. Um, to be honest, Milton, the quarterback that they drafted from Tennessee, I believe he's better than Drake May. But he's not going to get the same opportunities. But I don't see the Patriots really making moves. This is just the year where you can, let's try to get Drake May in a few plays. Let's just at least see what he can do.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree because But do you want to be the coach following a legend? Do
Of
you
course
do,
not.
do you want to be that coach? Just like I wouldn't want to be the coach following Nick Saban. No.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, man, because they got the coach that was coaching at Washington, which is crazy because people don't understand being a head coach. It's much more.
Yes.
You're a figurehead and you're responsible for so many things. So we'll see. Definitely excited that they gave that brother a chance, and he is a former player, so he
Now,
kind of understands. They're gonna keep the same traditions, kind of.
I think he's gonna be successful there once he gets his system. His players, his system, and kind of keep probably some of the Patriots. But truth be told, man, there were a lot of talented guys who just didn't want to come and play for the Patriots because they just didn't want to buy into that Patriot way. It's like, nah, bro. And I think the times caught up with the way that the Patriots play. And so I think that was a good pick for quarterback. Now when it comes to Drake May, I was one of those who was like, okay, man, wait a minute, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Mays or Daniels, who do we get? Who do we get? Who do my Commanders get? Then I went and watched them myself. I just like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy into any of what to talk. Now I saw a lot of Daniels because I watch SEC football, so I knew what he could do. But I was like, okay, Drake, big arm, Could he be a second coming of the quarterback that the Bills have? But what I saw with him, man, I saw a guy with a strong arm, run the ball, probably will be successful. But I saw him as more of a project when I not that when I say that I didn't see him as a guy that could just come in from day one and kind of get things going, if that makes sense.
I do agree. I do agree. This is tough with these quarterbacks now. We've been spoiled with Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, and Pat Mahomes, where guys came in and had success very very early. But it's a journey. Like I said, you got to give a quarterback at least 3 years. You got to give them the right snaps. You got to give them the right sets. You got to make sure you're running the right offense. Um, I didn't. Like I said, Drake May was the only person that I saw least amount of.
Right.
I saw more of Bo Nix than anybody because he was older than everybody. Which Bo Nix is probably gonna have the most control of his offense just because of where he is. Because bro, you only got to beat out who? Zach Wilson. All right, cool.
Well, now, let me tell you about. Now, I saw a lot of Bo Nix. Everybody see the Bo Nix for the. But see, I saw a lot of Auburn Bo Nix. And now, did you see a lot of Auburn Bo Nix?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Bo Nix was talented.
But
he had a couple Heisman campaign runs.
and the thing about
I could have went either way.
but what I saw from him, and that maybe his sophomore, I saw a lot of his freshman and sophomore year was that cat would get some happy feet, and once he get happy feet, he would throw interception left and right. Now then again, they may have coached that out of him. They may have coached it out of
Mm-hmm.
him, and then because because you want a coach, you want a quarterback that's kind of got a gunslinger mentality, but you want some of them you got to coach because everybody think they can be a Brett Favre and stuff like that, but yeah, and so um, this is gonna be a make it or break it for the coach for the Broncos because you know what, you with the Saints and you don't got rid of Russell, they don't gave you the keys to the kingdom. And hey, brother, this is you. You know, you can't blame it on. Hey,
It is.
yeah, this you. You
They
can't
they they looking at him to be the.
say what?
They looking at him to be the savior, man.
Yes.
The Broncos. The Broncos been whiffed on what every quarterback
Yep.
since Peyton Manning.
Yep. So I don't know. So then at number 29, man, they got my Commanders coming in. Now and you know what? I'm not upset with that because I just know we got a rookie. I don't care how good they're saying that my man Jaden Daniels is, which he is, but at the end of the day, he's still a rookie. But we got a lot of talent around him. All they got to do is just rely on the talent that we got, and I think we may be successful. I think we're gonna steal a few games in there. If we do that, but let's don't come out and try to feature him, bro. If they do that, man, I will kick my own TV. I don't want to see him coming out throwing this ball 30, 40 times and then running him like a running back. Oh yeah, he's fast, and then next thing you know, he's hurt. No, we got talent.
And hey, look, we saw the last time y'all got an athletic quarterback, how y'all used and abused them.
I know, man, and I was like, dude, and bruh, yeah. So we shall see. Now, let's talk Giants because they got the G-men at starting at number 28. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
watched that the last episode. Well, not the last episode because I know they're gonna run two more of Hard Knocks. This time it was about Saquon. They finally just they cut Saquon loose and all this. They was like trying to the GM was trying to sweeten the pot. Well, hey, we're gonna let you go test the market, and if then you come back and tell us, and dude, I would have took that money. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here. Mm-mm. But the point I'm trying to get around to is they the coach, D-Ball, they are putting a lot of their faith in Danny Dimes, bro. And then I don't see it, man.
Dude, and this is the problem. They made their choice and they made their decision. And at the end of the day, we are sitting here watching how not to run a franchise, and we're watching what happens when no one's on the same page. Because in watching that, it seems like they tried to plug in all the other holes and then go out to Saquon, which, dude, that should have been your number one priority. But and then not only did you let him leave, he went to the best possible situation for him, worst possible for you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because dude was
So,
asking him, well, is he going to be in the division? Yeah, he's right up the street. Like, what the hell? Yeah. So
hey man, tough.
you got this guy coming off an injury, and what are they paying him? $40 million a year. 40.
47 and a half. They up and this year. He down.
So they got at 26, 27. We got the Titans. 26, the Raiders. I don't know who gonna be quarterback in the Raiders. They it's a toss up between Minshew and this guy Aiden O'Connell. So I don't know how that's gonna be, but I think Pierce is gonna do a good job as a coach.
He is. He is. The crazy part is, are you going to be able to keep, Devontae Adams?
Yes.
And that's the thing.
Well, they're talking about maybe later on using him as trade bait, maybe next year to try to get some more players, because they're like, okay, we basically gonna be wasting up his prime years because he really ain't got nobody to throw the ball to him. You know what I'm saying? So they may end up making a trade there to try to get better and get some more guys in here. Then we got Cardinals at 25. Murray, hopefully he'll do something. We went and got him. They spent some money, got him a receiver. So Harrison Jr., I still think that that other kid, long run, is going to be the better wide receiver out of those two.
Mm-hmm.
That's. But I got no faith in J.J. McCarthy. I'm sorry, bro. He didn't show me anything. Maybe the system he was playing in, and he's a rookie, so he's going to go through his lumps. Now, if you Justin Jefferson, you're going to be pissed off. It's like, okay, but he may not because I got my money. Yeah, I got my money. I ain't got nobody to throw me the ball, but I got my money, B.
And then that's the dichotomy of it. You got your money, and nobody to throw you the ball.
Ain't nobody throw me the ball, bro. I got my money. Then we got Geno rolling in. Now is Geno, but Geno fits into the Seahawks style because basically they want to play bus driver type football, rely on the defense, and so it's like, okay, we really don't need the big franchise type quarterback. So I see if Geno plays like he did last year, bro, they're gonna be okay.
See, the thing, Geno needs to have a Pro Bowl type of season, and he has the offensive talent. And that you're gonna just have to accept you're gonna play second fiddle in that division.
Yep.
When you got the Niners.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm going to skip down to number 16 because I want to talk about this, man, because I think this was a gangster move, even though they told him, hell no. But we got the Bears coming in here at 16. I don't know why, but that's where they got him. Now, Caleb Williams. Caleb, he didn't sign his contract because this is what he said. And he said, well, first of all, he wanted a part of the team. Hey, I don't blame the youngster. Hey, look, if they gonna I'm not gonna tell myself no. I'm gonna let somebody else tell me no. He's like, okay, I want, and so they said,
hey man, look, you always start negotiations high, brother.
Yes,
you always start negotiations.
Yes. So they like, no. So then he said, hey, well, I want y'all to pay me as if it's a LLC. And I was like, man, that was a gangster move. They had to go and check with the league and say, can we do this? League like, hell no. So my boy was like, okay, because if you all paying me in an LLC, somehow I can get around with what I can get around paying tax on all this money. It's like, nah, dude, you can't do that, man. Just go ahead, let's come away to camp, let's play. So like I said, man, it was a gangster move by him. I can't say anything bad about his choice, man. So that was you know. So now they were talking about a couple of players, man. Hopefully they're gonna get their situation resolved before the season start. And there was a list. Tour, because I think he's up for for a contract extension. I'm sure with him. They're thinking that Miami might get Tour his money together. That might be cool. But the two that I just don't know now are CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk. Now Ayuk is still under contract for a whole year. So all this about, hey, I want to be traded. You know, I want to go play for the Washington Commanders. Da, da, da. Dude, you got a year. You know, so that bottom line, he may just be flexing to get some more cash. I ain't look, bro. You do what you do. I'm never gonna get mad at him. Make your money, but I don't know about CD, bro. I got a feeling CD's like, look, bro, y'all don't pay, because this is why if I'm CD, I hold out. You know, I ain't no Cowboy fan, but I'm a fan of anybody trying to get their money. It's because Jerry got everybody on a 1-year contract, all in, as he say. But what happens is if you don't pay me, Dak has a bad year because he's on we ain't got no lineman. We got no offensive line. Dak has a bad year, so you gonna pretty much grade me based on the fact that Dak had a bad year and he couldn't get me the ball. So now Jerry might not want to pay me my money. So like, bro. Nah.
Man, that's it's tough because at the wide receiver position, you're handicapped based on your quarterback's ability.
Yes.
It's a very dependent position.
Yes. And I'm like, man, so that's why I'm like, I'm not coming to camp until I get my money. I'm not. And the Cowboys report on the 24.
My thing is, man, as a team organization, don't tell me I'm the best. Don't tell me I'm this, that, and the third. And then when it's time to pay me, no one wants to pay you.
Pay me my money.
That's what we do, man.
And then you got to pay Dak, because Dak's going to get his money. Whether he get it from the Cowboys or he going to get it somewhere else, he's going to get his money. So he's like, hey, you know what? Hey, bro, I'm good. Because somewhere along the line, out of all these quarterbacks we talked about, somebody gonna have a bad year. If Danny Dimes don't get it together, you don't think the Giants would rather have him, Dak, than him? Seriously? You don't think Pierce would rather have Dak over Garner Minshew and Aiden O'Daniel? Seriously?
Easily.
Yes.
Easily.
Come on, bro. Dak gonna get his money. All he gotta do is stay upright, don't get hurt, and he gonna get his money, bro. He gonna get his money. Hey, man, let me get another call. I got another caller trying to get in here, man. Get a word in for what you do, bro.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire, man. First game of the season, September 7th. You already know. Us versus the homeboy. May the best man win.
I know. Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, brother. God bless.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Sports therapy.
What's going on, my brother?
Homeboy Glenn. What's up, bro? What say ye?
Man, you got it, man. What's happening with you, baby?
Man,
waiting on football.
I know, bro. Another hot day in the USA. But hey, bro, let's right off the bat. I was talking to my boy Brandon, and we were going over the power ranking. And they got according to this, they got the steel curtain. They got your steel curtain is let me see what we got y'all ranked at, man. You guys are coming in here. Start off the season, they got the Steelers ranked number 15 in the power ranking. I don't make the ranking, bro. I just read them. Now, here's the problem. Not a problem. And basically, they were saying, just like what everybody else has been saying, that when it comes to the Steelers, who's going to be the quarterback? Is it going to be Russell Wilson or is it going to be Justin Fields? And that's basically, you know, and we talked last week, and my deal was, hey man, I would rather let Russ play a couple
Okay,
years. I would let Russ get a couple years in there, bro, and then but that's me, bro. That is me.
I would do the same thing. That's what I was thinking too. At least give him a year, 1 year, or maybe two. And if Fields beat him out then, may the best man win.
Yeah.
But I would give him let Russell Wilson come in there and feel comfortable. Let him try it first.
Yeah.
And see, I got kind of a little faith to still left at Russell Wilson.
I like Russ. I like Russ. I always think that they never gave Russ. Russ never had an offensive line, even when he was with the Seahawks. He didn't have an offensive line, and I just think my man just didn't want him in Denver, all because sometimes these coaches get to think that it's about them instead of about the player.
Right.
And
I never was a big fan of Sean Payton anyway.
Because sometimes you get some of these coaches who played under some of these who came up under some of these old school coaches, and just like he was part of the Jimmy Johnson's tree, but it was a different era.
True.
It was a different era. So his whole deal is he wanted to be the ultimate, the alpha dog in the room. So, because with Russell, this is a veteran quarterback who won a Super Bowl. He's got commercials. He got skins on the wall. So, and I think my man tried to make him fit into his offense instead of building the offense around what Russell does best.
Exactly.
Because he's not.
But I think he'll fit in. Go ahead, point.
Because he's not built for like a timing type offense. Russell Wilson is more like, hey, bro, you get open, I'm gonna scramble, and then we're gonna make it happen. So
exactly.
And plus, being a veteran quarterback, sometimes as a veteran, you're supposed to give him a little bit of leeway that, hey, if the coach calls something on the sideline, and when you're in live action, if it does not, if the play doesn't develop exactly like what the coach is calling, or you see something different, you go with that. Sean Payton would get pissed off even when the man succeeded. He's getting pissed off because he didn't follow the play he called. I'm like, come on, coach, seriously.
Sean Payton he wasn't never a hell of a coach to me anyway.
I'm like, come
because
on.
He had some good teams in New Orleans, and he didn't really just, even though he won Super Bowl.
Yeah, Drew.
I feel like he had more talent than was coach.
Oh yeah, he had Drew Brees. He had all that talent. Yeah. So sometimes.
Yeah, he had a hell of a defense.
Because they put up the statistic between Russell Wilson and what's my boy, that quarterback for the Eagles. Yes, they put their statistic up, and guess who had the better stats? Russell Wilson. He had more touchdowns per interception. And then you got one guy.
And I'll tell you something else too, man. Russell Wilson, when he was with Seattle, how many years he was with Seattle? About 10?
Yeah. Somewhere along the line.
He was one of the top three winningest quarterback he was one of the top three winningest quarterback in a 10-year span behind maybe Tom Brady and maybe Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I wanted Russell Wilson for our team. And we tried to get him. And he chose.
I think Pittsburgh made him.
He chose Denver over the Commanders. It's like, man, because we had money.
But you know what, man? Y'all got y'all a good one now.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. I agree.
They looking at the size.
If we
They
handle him
looking at
right,
the size. Yeah, they looking at the size. The size should be no. And I think Carolina gonna be better with that quarterback they got because Bryce Young is not as bad as they. He just they traded away all of his weapons. And if no matter, I don't care if you Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, or who, with the talent he had on that team this year, well, nobody succeed.
well, you know,
They got rid of all his top receivers and everybody.
well, see, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that because I think that now, see, Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson and and Hurts, they're guys. They are quarterbacks who are probably barely 6 feet. But you look at their lower base, man. They got thick. They lower bases. They're almost like running backs. And so,
True.
but when it comes to Young, he's not, man. He's just a slender dude at 5'9", 5'10", 178, 80 pounds at the most. And I'm telling you, and he don't have a big gun arm. I just think I want him to be successful. I just think was all said and done, I think he'll probably just be a career backup, just like
Frank, this is what we're gonna have a disagreement on right here on this part, brother. This man in there with a bunch of college 1 or 2 year players on that team last year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who his number one receiver was? The guy that come from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And don't you know, if I forgot, like after week 8 or week 9, him and that guy and C.D. Lamb had the same amount of reception yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not reception yard, but reception, the same amount of reception.
Mm-hmm.
But C.D. Lamb had about 300 more yards because, hell, that dude didn't have no line and nobody to block for him.
But the reason I say what I say, homeboy Glenn, is that when I go back and watch him playing for Alabama had more talent. They had talent everywhere. So at some point,
exactly. I mean, all the miracles they had on that line.
But my point was it him as a quarterback or was it the fact that they had all that talent? And I'm telling you, bro, I just didn't see anything that says, just like when it came to Stroud, I told people that dude is the better quarterback. He's bigger, he's stronger, he got strong arms, da da da. And look how he turned out. And I just knew watching Bryson, I was like, man, there's nothing that jumped off at me that tells me that this guy is an all-world #1 draft pick, that he just finna come light the league up. Even Baker Mayfield is a thick. Baker Mayfield is not tall, but he's a thick dude. He's bigger.
Okay, this is what I want to ask you then. Okay, what you think about the kid from Indianapolis?
Richardson. Richardson's a big dude, man.
Yes, he is. I truly believe if he had not got hurt,
he
might have
he'd have turned it out. Because
he had like about 5 or 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, man, they saw his upside because he didn't do a whole lot in college, but they like, oh, wait a minute, this dude is about 6.
Well, he didn't play. He didn't even start in college.
Yeah, they like, wait a minute, this dude is about 6'5", running like a 4.3. Man, no, this dude upside is yes, and that's why when they picked him, yes. It's just like with Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is about 6'3", 6'4". He's a big dude. Jaden Daniels, he ain't like 180 pounds. He's like 6'3", 210, he's over 200 pounds. Now,
He's solid.
Yes, he's a solid dude. Whereas with Young is like 5'9", 5'10", and he's slender. He's a slender 180 pounds. Man, hell, I weigh 100, almost 180 pounds now. Now, you tell me you gonna put a football suit on me and put me in the NFL, bro, they kill me.
Yeah, because I tell you, the average player in the NFL will probably run you about 260 though.
Yes. And I'm like, it just he reminds me of Colt McCoy. Size-wise. Colt McCoy was not a big dude. That's why he would always end up being a backup. career backup. He didn't have a big gun
Right.
on, but he had all them stats coming out of Texas. Colt McCoy.
Right.
Colt McCoy. Nah, bro, I just got in the league and realized, oh, dude, you ain't big enough.
Yeah, man. I tell you, man, it's football. I'm ready for it, man. What we got about 30 some more days left.
Yeah,
About 40 days,
hey,
about 42, 43 days.
hey, we got people. We got. Everybody's supposed to be in training camp this week, man. Everybody's supposed to be in camp this week. Now, some of the rookies are supposed to be there already. Now, there are some teams that letting the rookies and the vets come together, but go ahead.
I talked to my cousin today. He's a true Cowboy fan. Out there in Dallas this morning. We usually call every Sunday morning. People feeling kind of down this morning. I told him what's wrong. He said he ain't too excited about his Cowboys this year because Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones didn't make a lot of decisions. I told him you should expect that before the season started. Other teams got better.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you look at the Eagles. Eagles got two of the top safety and secondary guys in the draft.
Yeah.
Hell, both of them guys, Cooper DeJohn and that other guy from Toledo, the boy from Iowa and the boy from, they got both of them guys.
Yep. One thing I know is that the Eagles
both
do.
Them guys all American.
One thing I know is that the Eagles do well. The Eagles draft well. I don't know who's over there drafting department, but they draft well. I don't know how every year the Eagles get good players. They good somehow they get up into the upper level of the draft, and they end up getting good players.
Yeah, but they don't never succeed with the players though. It always be an injury or something that slows them down.
Mm-hmm. And I think what caught up with the Eagles,
always be something.
What caught up with the Eagles this year was just a lot of those guys got a little older. Fletcher Cox, them cats got a little old age kind of jumped on them cats, but they still had those guys that they drafted last year who were like rookies. Those guys are gonna plug in this year and replace the Eagles. Gonna be something else, man. They are, man, and man,
yeah, they didn't have no depth though
at all, especially in the defensive backfield.
Like you said, they had the guys they drafted, but they were rookies. They didn't have no experience.
Nope, they had no experience at all.
They didn't have no experience, and that caught up with them. But they slowly getting them now. But them guys like you said, Fletcher Cox, them other guys, they getting older now. So it's really kind of like with Pittsburgh.
Yep.
You got guys like Cam Hayward, all them guys getting up in age.
And
so, but I tell you what, man, our boy got the steal of the draft if he don't get hurt. We got the steal of the draft. The linebacker from North Carolina State.
Yeah, y'all did get a good one. Y'all got a good one.
He's a good one. But the only thing that worries me is injuries, man.
But the Steelers are a team that they may take a little dip, which they did this year. And then the next year, they always come back strong because the Steelers are a team that never really have to rebuild. They almost never rebuild. They just like, now, only thing y'all need to do was solidify y'all quarterback position.
Yeah, and then we need to tighten up in the secondary a little bit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's why I don't understand why they didn't sign Justin Simmons yet.
And then that's the only thing that I was concerned last year, that normally the Steelers have good DBs and good safeties, and that was some thing that I saw missing from y'all last year too.
Yeah, they never did. They never went that long without good DBs like they have.
I was like, come on.
But
man.
I know one thing: I can't predict everything in football. But them Cowboys gonna get their ass whooped this year.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a bad year for the Cowboys. I was talking to Brandon.
Hey man, I forgot what day it is, but Baltimore got to come there.
Yeah, I think it's like September the 21st or something like that.
Well, Michael Vickner gonna come down, Big D. What the big Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Man, them guys gonna come down there and put on the show, man.
Man, I tell you what, man. If I didn't have to do the show. And because I know that it's gonna be a late game, man, I would go. But I know that if it's the 3:00 game, and by the time I wouldn't be able to get out of the traffic to get back to the house enough time to do the show, I would go and watch, because I definitely, it's gonna be It's gonna be a bad year. And see, the thing about that is, I was telling Brandon, I said I can see why if I'm CD Lamb, I'm holding out because Jerry got everybody on a 1-year contract. He talking about we all in, but he ain't paying nobody. So I'm not, because Dak could have a bad year and all of a sudden they're like, hey, well, you know what? Your stats ain't what they was last year, so we're not finna pay you. No, bro, I ain't coming out there till y'all give me my money. And if I'm Dak, huh?
Jerry Jones running one of the biggest scams in American history. When he built that damn stadium.
Jerry have it.
One of the biggest scams in U.S. history. Two of the biggest robbers in U.S. history when they traded Herschel Walker, got him and Smith and all them guys, and when Jerry Jones bought the team.
Yeah. Yeah, because they ripped off, they turned that into a whole lot of players, man. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Man.
But like I say, man,
that's why I hate them to this day.
If I'm CD Lamb, bro, I'm not coming out there. No, sir. And see, and
then they got I think this might be last year there, Prescott.
Well, that's the whole idea. Is that's the whole idea. Jerry, because see, Dak is gonna get his money. Like I was telling Brandon, because there are some teams right now would take Dak Prescott over what they got. If you the Raiders, you think you would take him over Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell? Come on, man. He's gonna get his money.
That's right. Exactly.
If you the Giants,
hey man, Blue.
Huh?
The Giants?
Yeah, you the Giants. Come on.
The Giants, man, you got a lot of teams to go and get it.
They will get Dak. They be happily to have Dak. Yep. And if Carl and if Murray have a bad year, Dak, you don't think Arizona will get him? See, Dak gonna get his money.
That's right.
He gonna get his $60
That's
million.
right.
He's gonna get his money.
If anybody have a bad year, he gonna go. Even if Deshaun Watson have a bad year, they better be careful.
Yeah. Because Dak is gonna get his money. He'll get his money.
Exactly, it sure will.
So,
and he gonna definitely get his money, man. Because he's not a bad quarterback. I might talk shit about him, but
I
he's
do
not
too.
bad.
I do too.
I don't like him because he was a Cowboy.
My thing about it is, I just don't think he. Now, don't get me wrong. I cheer for him to choke. Because, I love watching him joke. But I still put him as a top 10 quarterback. That's my point. I think he's in the top 10.
He's the top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yeah, he's top 10 quarterback in the league. Yeah. Now, let me ask you
he's most definitely top 10.
Let me ask you this question here, brother. Because two things. I got a strange feeling that Michael Penix Jr. is going to end up by, I don't know, man, probably by game 3 or 4, starting for the Falcons.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. That boy they got talent, and he's a smart young quarterback, man.
Because I don't know what the hell made the Falcons give Kirk Cousins the money that they gave him, coming off of the fact that the guy just was coming off of a major injury and he's up there in age. Explain that one to me, brother. I don't get it. But somewhere along the line, one of the coaches or somebody, GM or somebody said, you know what? I ain't got no faith in Kirk, so I'm gonna go ahead and draft Michael. Because remember, they moved up to get him.
Exactly.
And so,
but who made? Well, it had to be the owner. Had to have the last say so. Regard, you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
So he has to have.
But you know what? I watched the draft. The owner really didn't know what they did. They had to explain to him because he coming and looking at he like, hey, we moved up to get Michael Penix Jr. He like, oh, what? Did they explain? He said, okay, trust me, it's a good pick. Because he's up there in age. And some of those guys got so much money, but because I think he was like, look, man, y'all just got me to give this guy almost $50 million, and you telling me you taking?
But I tell you what though, Frank, if you put Penix in there now and go and throw him in the Wolves, or even if you do let Cousins play this year out and let Penix sit out like Mahomes did, and let him grow in with that team, because Atlanta got a young, talented team.
Well,
they could do some damage.
That's why I think they're gonna probably just let Kurt will be in there maybe about 4 or 5 games, and then they'll just go ahead and like, okay, Kurt, take this money, and then they'll probably just get Kirk to just kind of like, groom the youngster and then bring him around. Man, I can see that happening. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But,
But it's gonna be tough though.
But I'm still not convinced that J.J. McCarthy is going to be a good pick. I think that was a reach. I think that was a reach by the Vikings, man.
Yeah, that was kind of bad reach. And, I don't know, man. I think that was a kind of bad pick. They could have went and got Jamie Winston.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything from him in college to make me say, okay, this guy here should be a first-round draft pick. Yeah, Michigan won the national championship, but bruh, I didn't see anything that said, okay, man, this guy here, man, they need to move up and get him. He's gonna be a killer when he get to the league. I just didn't see it, man. I didn't see that.
I tell you, a quarterback I seen in college this year, he was a true freshman. He showed me a lot of potential. He's a freshman out of, I want to say UCLA. I kind of liked that kid, and he got good potential. And if somebody could grab him, he might come out. How many years do they have to play now before they can come out in the draft?
2 years. They come out in the junior year.
Well, he might well wait.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be a good one too, though.
Yeah, he can come out they can come out in their junior year. Now I'm gonna tell you, a kid, man, we're gonna have to keep an eye on him, because I think he's gonna be something. And that's the quarterback for the Hogs.
Talking about the one they got now?
Yeah.
Talking about the kid they got coming in now?
Yeah. He's supposed to be a steal. And they got.
That's the one that came from Boise State?
Yep. Yeah, because he's a big kid, man. He's about 6'5", got some speed. He can run. He's got an arm, and see, and with what's his name as the offensive coordinator, he's always, remember, he was offensive coordinator. Yeah, he was there when we had Felix Jones, and so that's that.
I hate to change the subject, man, but you know what I always think about, man? You know the year Bobby Petrino got fired?
Yeah.
You know who would have been the quarterback at Arkansas?
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, because he was grooming Jackson. He had Jackson because he
Jackson already said he wasn't gonna play with no other coach but him.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna play with no other coach.
Yeah.
But Bobby Petrino.
Yeah. And Petrino was the one that told him, hey, look, man, it's good that you can run this ball, but for you to get to the next level, you're gonna have to learn how to pass. So he made him into a passer. It was all good. But my boy,
Petrino played that other quarterback. What's that other quarterback? He played in the league for a while. He got hurt real bad. He played with the Vikings, the Jets. He bounced around a little bit, but he was good though.
Yeah. Well, my boy, it is time for this bad boy to come to an end. You're about to hear the sound of my music. All right. Once again, this is Dry Dock. Want to thank my homeboy Glenn, along with Big Brandon from England University. This is F.A. Jr., and we will see you next Sunday, same time. Goodbye, everybody.